Hello, welcome back. Week 3, Project 52. I'm glad that you're here. If this is your first video of the series, what we are trying to do is produce 52 tracks in 2025. One track for each week. Today we are starting week 3, and without further ado, let's just jump straight into Ableton Live and start producing. I've already actually started this week's track a little bit. I made this drum loop here. And with the drums, I just made these chords using a sound found from Analog Lab, and I think this is from the Mellotron. It's a software version of the instrument that was used, for example, in Strawberry Fields Forever by the Beatles. And then there's also this reverse brass. So together they sound like this. Which I think is a pretty good place to start this week's track from. I also made this faceplant patch here, which I was thinking we could use for a melody. Right, let's maybe just duplicate everything here first. The piano here, I think it could be wider because I think we're going to introduce a lot of melodies in the center, so it could be tough to fit everything in the middle. So I found this other preset from Mellotron, which I don't know what is different about this. I think it's using the same sound, but sometimes Analog Lab is a bit buggy, but it's fine. Could we make it a little wider with Naze or? Right. Actually, before we jump into the melody itself, we could try to add a bass, maybe with faceplant. I don't know. Let's try faceplant. How low is that? Seems like pretty low. That's 40 hertz. That's pretty low. And this is too high. I think 40 hertz is fine. And that's pretty good. My fingers aren't fast enough to play the remote again. Okay, guys, one more time before we try to record it. Oh, you go there actually to B. Let's try. Why is that so hard? Okay, let's try to record it. It's okay if we don't hit it, but I usually want to at least try to record everything live, because then there might be some sort of human elements that make the thing better. It's also more fun to try to record the parts yourself, so I don't care if they sound bad. That's pretty nice actually for first try. Should we add some more sort of crash here at the start? Maybe that's a good idea. I kind of want some sort of how to say it, like some I don't know how to describe it. Let's try. Let's use this one. Okay, let's edit this last part because I like the start. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, just some texture in the background. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. All right, we don't have any sidechaining in the bass yet. Let's make the foily that we added a little louder, and to make it fit the groove better, let's use SSF. So the melody was a bit too abrupt here. Let's try to make it a little bit darker and then bring it back in at some point maybe. Okay, we need something tonal. These are all bad. That's pretty cool. And it's super dark as well. And then last thing we'll do today is the classic reverse sweep that we've done in all of our tracks, I think. I don't know. I will try something like that later. I think we're gonna introduce like new sounds along the way, kind of like a journey of some sort, because I think the drums are going to be in the background throughout the song. So we might trying to like make this a journey through different soundscapes where the drums and the chords kind of stay the same. That's at least my vision for this for this track. Let's see how it's going to turn out. I'm actually pretty excited about this one. I like these kinds of progressive melodic things. But I'll get back to you tomorrow and we'll continue working on the track. See you then. Okay, welcome back. It's Friday and I just opened up Ableton again. Yesterday, after I closed the cameras, I continued working on the track a little bit, so it's now much longer. There's some new stuff as well, but overall I just continued with the same idea in mind. So the same melody that we did previously. Let me just put my headphones on so I can hear what I'm playing. So yesterday we recorded this melody here using a sound we made in Faceplant. So we just continued with that same theme up until this point where I'm currently at. This is probably my favorite track so far. I don't know why. I just really like this sort of adventurous type vibe that it's giving me. Let me play the song and maybe you get the idea of what I'm talking about here. So let's try the sound design, the next sound. That's quite basic still, and it actually sounds very similar to the third sound, but let's hear how it sounds like. And also I want to copy this one because these are actually not the same MIDI files. This is more quantized, this second one, which is where the... Oh, actually I forgot to enable this one sound here. In the drums, the second part has more stuff going on, so in the first part it goes like this only. But when we go into the second part, we introduce a tambourine shaker type thing and also this sort of other shaker type thing. And also it has some percussion, it sounds like this. Is it getting dark here? Should I turn on the lights? Yeah, I think that's better. So you have something to watch. I'm making much progress in this track here. That's kind of cool. My left hand is getting tired of pressing the keys here. Oh man. Okay, that's cool enough. We'll go with that. So we get forward in making the actual track and not the one sound here. We could add something else also in there just to make it a little more groovy with this new sound. Should we just do one harmonic like with that one, or should we just do something else just in the background? Oh, what is this? I love just experimenting with sounds like this. I don't know what it is about it, but I don't know. This is my favorite part in making music, is to just trying to find something that's accidentally cool. It's the best feeling when you actually find something that fits in a specific part that you don't really know what you want there. All of these arpeggios has sounded cool so far. I cannot choose. Jeez. It's like we are in a video game. I just wish the pattern was a little longer. Now it's repeating too much. Could we tweak it? I don't think we could tweak it. Oh man, this is the best. Isn't that the best, you know? Like, you can just search for these random arpeggios and everything sounds cool, and you can just decide what's the one you want. Oh man. Is there anything better? The sun is shining. I'm feeling great. Am I now overexposed? Do I need to close the light again? Professional video man. Yeah, maybe it's better like this. Maybe I should close the blinds, but I can't bother. I'm having so much fun. I like the acid bass, but it's too much in the center. We need some space for the melody to come out of the mix, so maybe let's keep searching. it's in a wrong scale. No, it was so beautiful. Can I change it? Listen to this. Like what? I can't stop smiling. Oh, it's like straight from a Harry Potter movie or something. Man. Oh, as much as I like it, I don't think it'll fit this part here. Oh, that's so beautiful. I need to remember that. Maybe I'll do a 1 week song just out of this sound because it's so nice. Okay, I need to pick something. Man. Let's go for this one. We'll maybe change it later, but I'll add SSF just to emphasize the rhythm that I wanted to play. Let's move on. Okay, so we have this first, however many bars this is. Then we'll have this break. Then we have another 2 times the melody. And then we are at 1:33. I don't think we are going to get to like 3 minutes in the song length, but let's try to think where we could go next. So let's make it like that. Copy. Let's try to record the first part first and then go into the harmonics. Okay. Copy these as well. Why don't we have these here? That'll do for now, I guess. We'll continue, I think, on Monday. I'll take the weekend off, do some other stuff. But I think the arrangement is ready for this track. All we have to do now is to just try to find the right sounds and mix everything. But yeah, I mean, that's it for today, I think. I'm really happy with this so far. But I'll get back to you on Monday and we'll try to finish everything then, and that's week 3. So see you on Monday. Bye. All right, welcome back. I don't remember if I said I'll get back to you on Monday, but it's actually Tuesday already. So only 1 day to go, but I'm actually at a pretty good place with the project at the moment. Yesterday and during the weekend, I didn't quite have time to film anything, but I did do some mixing because I figured the mix was a little messy in the previous versions. But now it's much better, and I think we are pretty close to finishing this track here. And as the last thing for this week's track, I think today we could try to add some little fillers and effects here and there, just to make the track flow a little bit better. And the track should be ready after that, which I think I'm able to play you at the end of this recording session. Let's see how long it takes. Hopefully not long. Just a couple of noteworthy things that I changed. First of all, I think the first sound here is pretty much the same. That is from these 4 sounds that we are kind of going through during the track. So that's the same. The second one here is a little bit different, just to fit the mix a little better. It sounds like this. The third sound, I think, is also pretty similar to how it was previously. And then the fourth sound is a lot different. So, okay, let me first play it too. It sounds like this. And one new thing that I added here is this Ableton effect track here, which includes further on 100% mix, so this is a parallel chain. On the wet chain we have further, and after we have SSF with volume automation. So I'm kind of automating the reverb tail, or the reverb washiness with SSF. Also in this fourth section here, on top of the fourth sound, we have a new arpeggio. Earlier in this video, I spent a lot of time trying to find a good sounding arpeggio for this fourth part here, and I found a decent one, but it wasn't my favorite one. And here off camera, I just looked for a better one, and I found this one here. Let me see, why is the sound like that? I think we have we have a similar thing here. This is how the dry version sounds like. It's from Acid V. But in the wet chain we have delay PE actually. Let me play you only the wet chain. So we have delay PE doing something like this. It's kind of like a delay reverb hybrid, so it's not quite all the way up to being a reverb, but it has some reverb kind of quality. And then at the end we have just this simple gate type thing which just modulates the delay PE effect. And those are the two main things that I've changed. Actually, one more thing here in this last section before the outro, we made this melody last time, I think on Friday. And this is a new sound. I didn't quite like the previous sound either in this section, so I found a new one. I think this is from Augmented Brass. And also with this one, I just actually without any effects, it sounds like this. But I just added some, again, I think this sort of the same kind of rack. I'm using this in every single channel. And then a lot of distortion with flatter. Anyway, let's just jump straight into trying to finish this track. We could use something there, I think. Let's actually add some side chaining to these two, because I think it could work. Alright, that's decent. And maybe also use this part here as well. Yeah, I mean, just something really simple. As you see, it doesn't have to be fancy. I think this works just fine. Just wanted something to kind of make the transitions to feel more like transitions. I don't think we need to add any more effects. So I think I'm gonna show you one more thing. Actually, it's kind of a story. I mean, not a long one. But yesterday I was mixing the bass here. You can skip back if you want to listen to it how it was before. But I just couldn't get the bass right. I don't know what was wrong, but it just didn't sound right to me. I tried all kind of processing tricks, like a lot of EQing and a lot of compression and all these things, like even some multiband compression, and it just didn't work. And I then thought to myself, like, hey, maybe I should just try to change the sound itself. Like maybe something's wrong with the actual sound and not the way I'm processing it. And I opened up FacePlant. I think I had the sine wave here selected previously. This is the sub bass group. I should maybe named it. I didn't have this filter either, so I had only the sine wave as the sub bass. And all I had, what I did is I removed all of the effects and came into FacePlant and tried to fix it here. Literally all I had to do is to switch from sine wave to saw wave and add a filter. I don't know why it worked. No idea why it worked. But anyway, what I'm trying to say here is kind of the biggest thing that I learned this week, which was pretty cool. And I don't know why I haven't thought about it earlier. But if I can't mix the sound that I'm working with just basic EQing and whatnot, there's probably something wrong with the sound itself. So why not go back to the actual sound design process and try to design the sound to fit the mix rather than design the sound and then try to make it fit the mix. I know it's kind of hard to do it always, because usually you are first designing the sounds and then you're kind of building, sometimes then you're building the track around it. But if you're mixing and cannot get the sound sounding right, at least I'm from now on going to go always back to the sound design process and not just try to slap like gazillion effects and try to make it right that way, because that's how I get lost, that's how I get frustrated, that's how I make things worse than they were originally. When you have a lot of things going on and you can't really comprehend all of it, like what's each effect doing, that's when it gets confusing to me. So just going back to the sound design part and try to design the sound again, maybe change one oscillator as I did here, or something to just change in the fundamental sound to make it fit better. Anyway, that was a long rant. Sorry if that's like super obvious to you, but I just had to get this out because it was a pretty cool moment to me. So I just wanted to tell you this little story that happened to me. Anyway, I think we're now just going to master the track. Okay, my mastering is just clips, but that's pretty much it for this week. So let me try to quickly master this here and I'll get back to you then. So that's week 3 done. To be honest, I think this one's my favorite from the 3 that we've done so far. I was able to make this week's track much quicker than the last week. I think the last week's track took a little bit too much of my time in the production part, maybe because it was a more complex type track anyway, but I'm trying to keep the production effort to the bare minimum that I can, so I have time to do other stuff as well in terms of plugin development and those kinds of things that are also part of my daily routine. But this week I think I was able to make this whole thing in not that many hours. I wish there was some sort of timer in each project that you could just check how long have you been working on that particular project. Maybe there is. Let me know if you know one. But I'm gonna play you the track now, so you can listen to it the whole way through and also hear the new changes that I made. Because after Friday, I think I haven't showed you many parts of the track anyways. Right. I hope if you have decided to take part in this challenge as well, that you enjoyed making this week's track. I'd love to hear it. Leave it in the Sixth Sample Discord server on the Project 52 text channel, and I and everyone else will listen to it. And you can listen to our tracks as well there. Thank you so much for being with me this week, and I hope to see you next week for week 4. See you then. Bye bye.